Last week, we tried to run a generator in 109-degree Arizona heat.
I almost melted.
We didn't know what we were doing, and it showed. But now, we're up in the mountains, way cooler weather.
Yes.
And we're gonna test this thing out.
And while we're at it, we're learning the actual rules to generator etiquette. Because apparently, there's a lot.
Yes, there is. The first thing that we need to do is find a place to park Mr. Lemmon here on Mount Lemmon.
Just when you think, guys, this video is just gonna be about generator etiquette and camping in Mount Lemmon.
This is wide enough. Should I try?
I don't think so.
There's no spots down here. It's just a side of a cliff. I guess we're gonna go see where the road takes us. I'm glad we have the BF Goodwrench KO2s on.
I don't know how I let you talk me into this stuff sometimes. Tells you what kind of bumpy road it is.
Oh my God.
Dead end road. Not maintained for public use.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, they park right in the middle, so it's
Yeah.
really awkward to back up.
What are they doing? Are they backing up?
They moved so that we could turn around.
Oh, that was nice of them. I will say thanks to them. Always appreciate niceness.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, guys. He looks like he's smiling, guys.
It's free. It's only one thing.
What?
You have to back into it. So you have to basically pull up and then back all the way in.
Why? Because you can't turn around.
You can't turn around. Do you want to try?
I think we have to. And there's no one there.
No.
And it looks like a good spot.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna pull up and then back up. I need you back there spotting. I'm gonna drive off the back of the cliff.
Do you see we have a line of water coming out of us?
That's because the van's uneven, and so I filled the water tank right to the top. It's the overflow. So I need you back up there.
And so that you don't fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm being serious. I have to back in and turn, so.
I tell you guys, he gets us in the craziest situations. Okay, it's a beautiful spot. He's right. We're gonna be right off a cliff. Oh my gosh.
This is crazy. Oh.
You're gonna hit a tree, but it's gonna be fine. Stop. I would love you to look at it. Let's not trust Hillary here. Let's trust Bob. That's what we're doing, huh?
Back tire to right there.
There, done.
We made it.
Cliff, van. Cliff, van. Camera will not show you how steep that is. It's one of the best spots we've ever found, but at a cost. So, we're in bear country. If I fall down the cliff, you want to catch it?
Yeah.
We made it to almost the top of Mount Lemmon.
The elevation is 7,996 feet.
Wow.
The sun went behind that cloud. It feels marvelous, darling. Now that we're settled in, let me give you guys a quick update on our water. If you remember, a couple videos back, I shared we had really low water pressure. We couldn't take a shower.
That is our stream, which honestly, that is normally the kind of stream you want to use to not use all your water. But you cannot shower with a stream like that.
You're not going to shower with that. It basically trickled out of the faucet in the kitchen. Well, I was really frustrated. You guys really helped out with some, suggestions on things to look at. And so I'll kind of run you through everything and show you what I found. We'll start right here. Here's our water pump. Actually, no problem with the water pump. It is working great. Good pressure. This is the filter. Everybody recommended that I check that. And I actually did. I don't want to remove it because the system's pressurized and everything's all cleaned up, but I checked it, cleaned it. There was nothing wrong with it. And there was no change after I cleaned it. Here on the driver's side, underneath Hillary's bed, is this big panel. And underneath here is where we actually have our water tank and a bunch of plumbing. And I'll show you what I found. So before I show you everything, let me grab a couple parts that I took out. All right, I need this, and lastly, this. All right. The short explanation is water comes down this side, went up through a pressure relief valve or pressure control valve, a filter, and then back to the whole entire system. So both the pump discharge and the city water basically flowed up through this and then back into the rest of the van. So in here, we had a filter. It's actually broken inside there, so I took it out. This is the pressure relief valve. If you remember a couple videos back, I actually purchased this online. It was really hard to find. This is supposed to protect the van, and I think something got caught in it and was giving me a ton of grief. The other thing is the way in which it was installed was right here along this edge. It's all chewed up. It's really hard to tighten. Wasn't a huge fan of it being there. And since I've already been in here one time trying to fix this and had a huge water leak, I decided I was just going to cut it all out. So I installed two 90-degree shark fittings with a small spool piece and basically bypassed all this. That way this can't reduce the pressure. I do need to figure out a filter option. And because we have no filter, we're not drinking this water right now. That's a problem for another day. So we'll come up with a solution for the filter so we can drink it. But in the meantime, these are bypassed and everything's working great. So let me show you what the pressure looks like now. All right, so this is what our water pressure used to look like. Like that. That's about what we had before I made that fix. And now, look at this. Water pressure for days. Clearly we're not level because the water isn't draining properly out of the sink.
I don't even want to know what the level is. We're just gonna sleep and pretend it's level tonight.
Well, now you've got me curious because I need to know now. The front passenger tire is 5 inches higher than the back. So we're up this corner. It's like this.
So which side is the worst?
You're gonna be perfect. I'm gonna be laying in the aisle all night long.
Mount Lemmon, meet Mr. Lemmon.
This is a spatula.
Put it in the comments. Bob needs a better spatula. He's been using that one for like months. It's a spoon. Gotta bend down, guys. Too tall. This is the worst thing about our van. No, it's probably not the worst thing, but this is how I get a workout when I wash dishes. Time for the generator segment.
Let's do this.
So if you watched last week's video, we've already attempted this one time.
And it was kind of a failure. Well, I'll say this. It was a learning opportunity.
Which is really our channel.
Yeah. Never knew what a neutral bonded grounding plug was, but now I do.
I think where we went wrong, which many, many, many of the comments said, was not buying a really good one.
Yep.
Kind of like you pay for what you get, or B, not buying a Honda.
You pay for what you get. You get what you pay for.
Oh, you get what you pay for.
I was like, wait, what?
You get what you pay for. So clearly mistakes were made way before we got to that harvest host last week. So, and people asked like, why didn't you test it prior? Well, the whole point was to test it, a real world test. Never, ever did we even think that the real world test wasn't going to work.
Right. I mean, I assumed open box, plug in, turn it on.
That was all that was supposed to happen. And then we were going to try and, we were going to sleep at the harvest house that night and run the generator because there literally was no one around us and it said generators were allowed. So we were like, score, perfect, we got this. Bob's going to do the setup. We're actually going to go over some generator etiquette, like 101, that either we looked up online and found or you guys shared with us because I threw it out on Instagram and YouTube.
Yep.
And you guys let us know what the etiquette is.
You had a lot to say. So first thing is you need to put your generator as far away as you can. So we're going to plug this in and string out the cord, and that will tell us how far away can we put the generator from the van. All right, so let me climb down this hill here. So I'm going to plug this in, and I actually want to put the generator downwind of the van so that all of the exhaust blows away from it. So I've got the cord on the other side. We're going to string that as far away as we can. That happens to be right here. And we want this to be as level as reasonably possible, which is kind of a tough thing to do here. So I am going to unplug the van from our surge protector that has the tester on it, but I will plug the tester in. All right, so if you weren't here last week, this is a neutral bonded grounding plug. It's actually fused. It has a small wire inside the plug going from the neutral to the ground with a fuse, and you plug this in to one of the outlets that allows the RV to see the ground so that we don't have any issues powering it. I'm gonna actually kind of point this a different way so that it's not near any plants, and I don't want the hot exhaust blowing on anything. What we've done is we have placed the generator downwind of the van so that the exhaust will blow away from it. We're as far away from the van as we can get, and the exhaust is pointed away from the van so that any of the noise that goes along with it, so any of the carbon monoxide or anything that's coming out of the generator, all goes that way, away from the van and away from everybody else. Because to the best of my knowledge, the only thing that's that way is a road. All right, so the test that we're gonna do tonight is kind of to show you how we expect to use the generator in the van kind of under normal conditions. We basically spent the day driving here. We got here, set up camp. The refrigerator's been running. We've had fans, we've had lights. So we've actually drained down our batteries to 89%. What we want to do is basically recharge everything back up to 100% before it gets late. And then that way we can turn off the generator and we have enough power to, continue to run fans and lights all night long, and then wake up tomorrow morning and be able to make coffee and have enough power left over. I think we're actually ready to start it and let this thing start charging up. Our generator on the top here has a little vent, so you open that up before you start. You switch it over to choke. As you choke.
You cannot make that stuff up. You did not just choke.
I did. Just air, it's fine. All right, turn it to choke. Switch it over to run. We're good. All right, let's check the ground. It's good. So now we're going to go ahead and plug in the van. So it just beeped.
Which means?
That this inverter is on. And if you look down here, you can see that we're pulling 123 volts at 9 amps. And we are charging at 89%. So we are charging the batteries. Looks like we are...
What just happened?
Stand by. I kind of fixed it. I got it back up there. Mr. Lemmon strikes again. Can't have everything go right.
Okay.
We started 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
We are at 93%.
Okay.
And we are pulling 11 amps. Let's test how loud this is. So I went ahead and purchased it says a sound level meter, but this is a decimeter. So we're gonna go test how loud it is. I don't know, here, let me pace it off. I'll tell you how many feet away I am. 1, 2, 3. I'll stop talking, but when I'm standing over the unit, we get about 78 decibels. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 25 feet. So we are at 65 decibels, 25 feet away. We are about a third of the way to our closest neighbor. And so so the generator is actually on the other side of the van, and we are basically 1/3 of the way to our next neighbor. And so from here, we are about 50 decibels.
So what does that tell you?
You can certainly hear it. It is quite loud, even on this, like this far away from it.
100?
In the exhaust, literally it was probably 6 inches from the exhaust. It's 100 decibels. All right, so we are already at 100%. I actually heard the generator kind of ramp down as well. And that was about 8 minutes to recharge that 11% or so on the batteries. So I'm gonna go turn this off so we don't have to listen to this crazy thing.
Okay, so I just wanted to read a couple of the comments that you guys had for generator etiquette 101. 1, run it intermittently to give neighbors a break. Use it at the acceptable hours, but know that some people will still complain. Only run it between 8 a.m. and off no later than 10 p.m. Or someone said, look at the decibels for generators, which is what we did. Always face the exhaust to an open area. The ones over on YouTube that came through, rule number 1, don't park near me. Oh yeah, that's the one I shared earlier. We use our gas generator, only enough to top off our 2 marine house batteries. Buy a different RV. Yeah. Someone thought that all Class Bs came with generators. It's not true. Our first Class B did come with one. Our current one did not.
And that's because we actually have 200 amp hours of lithium batteries actually underneath the coach. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. We do need more, but we also have a 120 volt AC unit, and you need a lot of batteries in order to run that for any significant amount of time, because we only get about 30, maybe 45 minutes of runtime out of our current batteries with our AC. I do actually think a generator is a good option for intermittent use if you've already have lithium batteries and they're small like ours and you don't want to spend the money to upgrade them, because on average a significant lithium upgrade is going to be anywhere from like $1,000 to like $10,000, just depending on how many and how much power you're actually wanting to put in there. And a generator is lighter, you can refuel it, and you don't always have to take it with you if you don't need it or don't want to. It's always about give and take. You're always giving up something to gain something. So,
but I also think this is not a good generator, and we can't have this one. This one's too loud.
I would agree with that. It is good for the price if you don't care about noise. We think noise is a big deal, and so I don't think this is going to work for the way that we want to use it. I'm glad we did it though, because now we know.
Gorgeous view right there.
Me? Or to the right?
Look at that. Like, this is what we're watching for TV right now. But we need a screen on. Because, you know, van life and bugs.
All right, looks like we got a little bit of rain last night, just a couple sprinkles. Our battery is actually at 9%, which last night we actually turned on the air conditioner for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes just to cool the inside of the van down. But what do we do? I mean, in a situation like this where, don't really want to run the generator. I think it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, but we only have 9%. I'm thinking we risk it and actually try to make coffee, see if it will work. And then if it doesn't, then we can turn the van on and actually use our inverter to charge. Because it is way too early to be running our generator. All right, Hillary, your cup of coffee cost us 3% of our battery.
Worth it. Yeah, worth it. As long as you get one too.
Well, the good news is that we got 2 coffees out of the 9% remaining battery that we had this morning. Yeah, without having to run the generator or bothering anyone. We didn't even start the van.
Let's go out into nature where there could potentially be a scary bear.
Or maybe a skunk.
Oh, Bob did see a skunk last night.
Well, you can kind of see the sunrise through the trees.
Well, I think that concludes our taking Mr. Lemmon to Mount Lemmon video.
Yeah, we shared all of the tips and tricks that we know with the generator and best practices, but I'm curious, what are some of the things we missed, guys?
Yeah.
Or what are some of the things that you also do?
Yeah. And truthfully, I don't think this isn't the generator for us.
No, unfortunately, I think
No.
this one's louder than we need or louder than we want.
Yeah.
And
I think we're going to go back to the drawing board.
unfortunately, I think you're right.
So now we're going to look into bigger batteries, quieter generator, see what all our options are. But I think that's all we got.
All right. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.